play in the Super Bowl back-to-back years. You have to go back to the Cowboys and Bills almost 30 years ago in the 90s. That's the only time that it's happened in the Super Bowl era. So I'm curious, what kind of chances do you see of us having a Kansas City-Tampa Bay Super Bowl in L.A. come February?
Well, you just pointed out how difficult it is for one team to get back to the Super Bowl, let alone the same two teams to play against each other. So the odds are against them, but would we tell either one of these teams they can't get back there? We think they're two of the best in the league. It shouldn't surprise us if it happens, but it is going against historical precedent. But remember last year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they won the Super Bowl in their own stadium. The only time that's happened in Super Bowl history, too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And this Bucs defense, you remember, pretty stout last year, the number 6 overall unit in the NFL.
And I think that as the season wore on, and you pointed this out to me as well, you start to see some of their rookies begin to figure things out. And they played a little more like a top 2 or 3 defense down the stretch. And I would say that in the playoffs and through the Super Bowl, they were truly the best defense in the NFL.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Edwards-Helaire, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Taken in at the 3. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All quarterbacks are better when they have clean pockets to throw from, but you give one to Tom Brady, he'll decimate a defense. A really nice job there by his offensive line, giving him the protection to survey the field and make a nice, accurate throw.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling.
When this Bucs offense is humming, this is what they're good at. The short to intermediate. Passes. They get the ball out quickly in rhythm, and it's a tough offense to slow down when they're playing well.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this 2nd half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's brought down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Chris Godwin, 44 yards. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.